Player props.
Yeah, that's right. Co-Bet player props for today, Monday, September 11. We have a massive opening game for Monday Night Football in the NFL. So, we've had the KC Detroit game on Friday. We've had the whole slate roll off today, and the only remaining game is Aaron Rodgers' debut for the New York Jets, the Jetropolitans. Unbelievable gear. Green Bay Packer following in the footsteps, and ill-advised genitalia pictures from Green Bay Packer former QB MVPs. Brett Favre did that. And it's weird. It's hard to get a read on this game because you're sitting there going, it's Aaron Rodgers. We know that he's good. He wasn't that great last year. Was he hurt? Maybe. Either way, Garrett Wilson might be the best receiver that he's had since Devontae Adams was on the Packers a couple of years ago. And I was looking at this for some player props. I'm going to lean on Josh Allen for the Bills because I think a lot of their receivers are a little bit up and down. Makes them very difficult to see. Even like Stephon Diggs, the number one receiver. It's just like this sort of roller coaster of emotions. And the key thing is the Jets defense is really, really good. And you might remember last year, there was a horrible Jets-Bills game that was very low scoring and Josh Allen sucked in. But that's why you lean to his rushing markets. So first cab off the rank, Garrett Wilson for the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers will be just going, he's my best player. I'm going to throw the ball him heaps. That's it. Simple as that. I'm going to throw it to him heaps.
Fair enough.
Over 66.5 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown for Garrett Wilson, $3.17. I love it. Love it because you might remember last year the Jets were horrible and Garrett Wilson was being, having the ball thrown to him by Zach Wilson and just horrible dudes. And he was awesome anyway. And he still averaged basically bang on 65 yards a game. So he should go over that with Aaron Rodgers and the anytime touchdown. He had last year, I think in total, he only had the 4. And it's like, that's weird. It should be much more. In the 17 games that he played, he was wicked as a rookie. Obviously racked up all the yards, but now he's got a good actual QB. He should get one in this one. Josh Allen is the other one. 11 times went over 36.5 rushing yards last year. That's a lot. And I think this Jets defense, that's the key aspect of this one, right? The Jets defense is really good. Josh Allen's going to go, well, screw it. I'm just going to do it myself. Nelson Muntz, anytime touchdown as well for Josh Allen, $3.25. The over 36 is $1.88 for the rushing yards. He had 7 rushing touchdowns last year, but interestingly enough, scored a touchdown the first game of the season, 2 of the last 3 years.
Wow.
So it was like one of those, memories that you go, I feel like he's done that before. Interesting. So you combine that, his rushing and his touchdown, that's $3.70, $3.71, which I really like. And just the sneaky, weird little one, Damian Harris, over 5.5 receiving yards. It's basically, if Damian Harris gets a throw, he's going to win. That's $1.88.
5.5. Bloody hell.
He had 17 receptions all last season. It's one a game, basically. An average of 5.7 receiving yards a game.
That's a good find.
I feel like he's just a weird pace changer. Maybe he gets thrown up there. So, former Patriot back. He had an awesome year 2 years ago. And they sort of just phased him out last year as they got, they realized that Ramondre Stevenson was better. So there you go. Josh Allen, Garrett Wilson, probably my easiest, most obvious player props for tomorrow's game. Alex, what about you?
Having a look at Brownlow team votes, and a team that, no one's going to really talk about as far as, Brownlow's concerned, and that's St Kilda. And I'm looking at Rowan Marshall to roll Jack Sinclair to be the most votes for St Kilda this season. Jack Sinclair's about $1.30. Rowan Marshall currently $4.50. Look, the way he finished off his season and really stormed into that All-Australian contention was great. Sort of took a while to get going, but if you go sort of from round 16 to the end of the season where St Kilda really stamped their finals credentials, even though they were in the 8 all year, he had a couple of games where there's probably going to be best on-ground votes, whereas throughout the year, Sinclair just accumulated 1s and 2s. There was never really a game when, hey, remember that day Jack Sinclair was awesome?
Yeah.
You don't think of that. Where he's like, remember that day Rowan Marshall just monstered everyone? Even on Saturday afternoon, we're like, Rowan Marshall's had 31 disposals.
I know,
what
that was crazy.
What is happening?
It was chaos.
Yeah. So in the last couple of games, in the last few rounds, there's every chance he could get 3 votes in two of the last 3 games, and then in the last round, he may get 1 vote for their performance. So look, he could get to sort of 15, 16 votes, and having a look through all the random predictors that we've been looking through and just tracking the form throughout the year, he's every chance of finishing off 1 or 2 votes ahead of Sinclair, especially with that late rally late in the season at $4.50. I'm all over that, and it is in my end of season Brownlow multi, which is exorbitantly long already.
Awesome. Wow. I like that a lot, actually, because that's the sort of bet when you're watching the Brownlow where you're like, you've got like 5 other things you're tracking outside of like the main stuff, and you're like, that one's a good one.
Yeah,
well, I got really one. I took one over the weekend that one of the bookies put up. Nick Dacos to lead at rounds 5, 10, and 15, and that was $4. It's now into $3. The only worry is if Tim Taranto's equal with him at round 15, because that's when he middle patch where Taranto went psycho. Yeah. So if he's outright leader in rounds 5, 10, and 15, $4. Thank you. But also it's $3 available now. You know where to find it. Go Google it.
Nice one. Stats guy.
Nice. Just starting off a player prop that I had at the start of the US Open. Coco Gauff. She's got the win at $9. Her first ever Grand Slam title. I was very happy with that one. I'll have to clip that up. I'll have to get onto Leo to clip that one up.
And Stats Guy gets votes in Self-Trumpeter of the Week.
Oh, I got to talk about it. She was awesome. Yeah.
The US Open winner. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I actually was keen on Sabalenka and all the other tournaments, but glad she lost this one.
Like, fire the laser. Like, where's the wind cannon?
Come on, Gerald.
I'm sure there'll be something in the edges maybe. But going to have a look at some cricket. The Aussies have been absolutely tearing up South Africa in this series. We won the T20 series 3-0 and we lead the ODI series 2-0. They're not too great. You got Marnus, who's been amazing in the one days, 80 and 124. He didn't actually get picked in the ODI World Cup squad, and I think coming into this, he's like, stuff this, I'm going to prove all you guys wrong. I'm still one of the best players in the world. I know he hasn't been great at World Cups, but a guy of his caliber, I think you still got to pick him. So I think he's been a bit stiff there, but he's in absolutely awesome form and he's really confident at the moment. He averages 88 across 5 one-dayers against South Africa, and they've all been over there. He likes the conditions over there. He was born there, so I don't know if there's something to do with that. He just likes the conditions over there. So just him to get over, his over-under is 33.5, which I'm really happy to take on considering he's got 80 and 124. That's $1.83. I wanted to bet on the 100 plus, but they don't have a market for that at the moment. So if you see that, I'm honestly tempted to get on that. He's hitting everything for at the moment. So 50 plus is $2.40. I thought that was really good as well. It sounds pretty low, but the form he's in, I can't see him getting lower than 50 in the next ODI.
I believe the phrase is "seen it like a beach ball."
Seen it like a beach ball. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Very nice. I also like that you're like, well, he was born there, so he probably likes the conditions. Like, I was born in Ballarat, buddy. Like,
you don't like the conditions there?
It doesn't mean I like the cold and the dreariness, the greyness.
True. Well, maybe
you don't hear people who are born in Goulburn say, "I really want to go back and live in Goulburn when I'm older."
That's true. That's true.
Good one. I like that. Love me some Marnus. You know that.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.